How can I install Windows 8 on my HDD without the use of a USB or DVD? I decided to install Windows 8 on my home machine this weekend. I've already downloaded the Windows 8 Enterprise Evaluation ISO, however we just got done moving and somewhere in the chaos I've misplaced all my USB drives along with my DVD drive. On top of that, my home PC is the primary source of entertainment, including TV, in the house, and downtime requests are adamantly denied by the management. I considered installing to a VHD, but wasn't sure if I could boot to VHD with Windows 7 Pro. How can I install Windows 8 from Windows 7 without using a DVD-R or USB and with minimal pain?
Before following this method, first see if the much easier method of mounting the ISO and running the installer directly from your existing Windows installation will work. Mount the Windows 8 ISO image. You will need to mount the Windows 8 ISO so you can access the install.vim file. My ISO mounting software of choice happens to be Virtual Clone Drive, but anything will do. You could even use 7-zip to simply extract the contents of the ISO instead. Install Windows Automated Installation Kit, waik. You will first need to download and install Windows Automated Installation Kit, waik. It's 1.7 GB, so get started now. You will use this, specifically the imagex tool, to install Windows 8 via command line. Create a partition for Windows 8. Windows 8 will need to go somewhere, and installing it to the drive Windows 7 is currently installed on isn't going to work. I happen to have a 136 GB partition that, I think, was empty, and chose to format it for my Windows 8 install. You can open this Computer Management MMC by simply typing Computer Management into your Windows 7 Start menu. You might need to right-click and run this as administrator. From there, select Disk Management, right-click some free space, and format as NTFS. If you do not have any unallocated space or a spare hard drive, Carded might be able to help you out. Run imagex/apply. Open an elevated command prompt. You can do this by typing cmd into the Start menu, right-clicking cmd.exe, and selecting Run as administrator. Command line tools installed by waik are not put in your path by default. I had two, cdc column / program files / windows ik / am64 / before running the command. Alternatively, you can open Windows P Tools command prompt, make sure you right-click and run as administrator. Now run the following command. For me the command looked like this, imagex/apply g column / sources / install.vim1f column /, but your mileage may vary. If you opted to extract the contents of the ISO file instead of mounting a virtual drive, your command might look something like this, imagex/apply c column / users / chimbob / downloads / win8 iso / sources / install.vim1f column /. If you're wondering what the 1 is in the command, it's to specify the number that references the specific volume within the vim file. Imagex command line options. I can't think of a time off the top of my head when you would change this number for a Windows 8 install preview install. imagex will now magically install Windows 8 to the target drive while you continue watching Netflix or what have you with the management. Get ready to boot. Once imagex is done, run the following command. Reboot and enjoy. There will be some setup involved on your first boot, but I still contest that imagex makes for a relatively pain-free, and lazy, installation of Windows 8. Now you get to see the new fancy dual boot menu. Have fun.
Mount and run the installer. You probably don't really need the other answer. If you mount the ISO as a virtual drive, all you have to do is run the installer. I had mistakenly thought that using waik was necessary, but Saidi pointed out that the installation can be run after simply mounting the ISO. The rest of the installation files will be copied to the hard drive, and the installation will be completed normally and involve a reboot or two.
Here, let me tell you the best way. Go and download Daemon Tools. Make a free partition of at least 40 GB. Mount the Windows 8 ISO. Open My Computer and auto-run the mounted image, or browse and select the setup file. Complete the installation normally. Sweet, easy, and less time-consuming. Windows will copy the necessary setup files before rebooting. After a reboot, the installer will finish normally.
You can try installing it in a virtual environment using Oracle's free VirtualBox or some other virtualization software since it's the evaluation version you are installing. It would install everything in a file and cause minimal pain.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.